Hi guys, welcome. I hope you are doing well. I got several requests to cover cropping system chapter. So from today we'll start cropping system chapter and we'll cover this chapter in 3 parts. So here is the first part in which I am going to cover the different indicators for assessment of land use and productivity in high intensity cropping system program. So let's start it. The first indicator of cropping intensity or high intensity cropping program is that the multiple cropping index. This multiple cropping index was given by Dalrymple in 1971. This formula is somewhat similar to the existing cropping intensity formula. And what is the cropping intensity formula? It is the gross cropped area divided by net cropped area into 100. So for example, in India, the gross crop area is around 197 million hectare, whereas the net crop area is 143 million hectare. So the cropping intensity will be around 138%. So this is a small example of cropping intensity calculation. Then what is multiple cropping index? So multiple cropping index is summation of area under individual crops growing on a piece of land divided by the net cultivate area into 100. So here the small ai indicates the area under individual crops, whereas the capital A indicates the net cultivated area. It is the net cultivated area. So here I will give a small example. So the example is that if in a farm 10 hectare land is there, for example, and in 10 hectare land the farmer is growing, for example, in Kharif season farmer grows rice in 5 hectare land, in Rabi season farmer grows green gram in 10 hectare land, and in summer season, for example, farmer grows watermelon in 3 hectare land. Then what is the total cultivated area in the farm? So it is around 18 hectare. Okay, so 18 hectare is the gross cultivated area. Then what is the net cultivated area? Net cultivated area is 10 hectare because the farmer has only 10 hectare land. So net cultivated area is the 10 hectare. So cropping intensity is 18 divided by 10 into 100. So it is 180%. So this is also applicable in multiple cropping index. So in case of multiple cropping index, small, it is the summation of small AIs. So here small AIs means area under individual crops. So the formula will be 5 hectare plus 10 plus 3. So it is the summation of small AIs. Okay, small AI means area under individual crops divided by capital A, that is the net cultivated area, that is 10. So it is nothing but 18 by 10 into 100, that is 180%. So multiple cropping index is same as the cropping intensity. I hope the formula is clear now. Then coming to the next, that is the cultivated land utilization index. And this index was given by Chuang in 1973. So this is a very important to know or to understand what is the cultivated land utilization index and what is the significance of this cultivated land utilization index. So actually these indices like multiple cropping index, cultivated land utilization index, these indices indicate whether the available land area in a farm is utilized fully or how it is whether it is fully utilized or it is underutilized. So to know the efficiency of utilization of land in a farm, these type of indices are used. Then here I will give a small example. For example, a farmer has 1 hectare land. Okay, and the farmer grows sugarcane crop. Suppose there are two farmers, farmer A and farmer B. Both have 1 hectare land. Okay, farmer A has 1 hectare land, farmer B has also 1 hectare land. But farmer A grows sugarcane in 1 hectare land in a year. Okay, so here the crop is sugarcane and we know the duration of sugarcane crop is 1 year. Okay, and suppose for example the farmer B grows rice crop for 5 months in Kharif, and followed by, for example, we can say green gram crop in 3 months, followed by in summer season maybe watermelon in two months. Okay, so if we'll calculate the cropping intensity, then what will be the cropping intensity for the farmer A and what will be the cropping intensity for farmer B? So we will calculate, in case of farmer A, the cropping intensity or multiple cropping index, both are same. So here the answer will be, the crop is single crop and it is grown in 1 hectare land. So the area under individual crop, that is 1 hectare, divided by the net cultivated area. The net cultivated area is also 1 hectare because farmer has 1 hectare land. So into 100, so it gives 100% multiple cropping index or cropping intensity, that is 100%. But in case of farmer B, if you'll see, then the area under individual crops, if you'll see, then here rice 1 hectare, green gram 1 hectare, and watermelon 1 hectare. So the area under rice is 1 hectare, green gram 1 hectare, watermelon 1 hectare, divided by the net cultivated area. Net cultivated area is also 1 hectare because B farmer has also 1 hectare land. Okay, this 1 hectare land he is utilizing in Kharif season, in Rabi season, and summer season also. So here the net cultivated area is also 1 hectare. So then what will be the answer into 100? So what the answer will be 300%. So here we can notice one thing, that in case of farmer A, the farmer A is growing single crop throughout the year, and here the crop is occupying the land for 12 months. So in case of farmer A, the occupation of the sugarcane crop is 12 months. But in case of farmer B, here the farmer B is cultivating the land for 10 months only. Okay, here the crop is occupying the land for 10 months. But in case of farmer B, the cropping intensity is 3 times higher than the farmer A. So here the cropping intensity does not reflect the true picture of land utilization, because in case of A, the land utilization is for throughout the year, but in case of B, the land utilization is for 10 months only, but the cropping intensity is higher in case of B as compared to A. So here we need another important indicator that should represent the true picture of the land utilization. So here the land utilization is not only the land utilization in a farm, because we know that cropping is nothing but the harnessing of the solar energy. If the solar energy harnessing period is higher, then the crop productivity will be higher, because if solar energy harnessing period is higher, then carbohydrate fixation through photosynthesis is also higher. As a result, the productivity will be increased. So we should consider the solar energy harnessing period. So in this, to consider the solar energy harnessing period, we have the new indicator, that is the cultivated land utilization index given by the Chuang. So what is the formula? The formula is, here we have to multiply the duration of the crop also. So the formula is AI into TI, where AI is the crop area under individual crop, into TI is the duration of that individual crop, and it will be the summation, and the summation divided by the total land area available, that is the net cultivated area available with the farmer, into the total time period. Here the time period is nothing but the 365 days. So here we can say the small AI is the area under individual crop. So area under individual crops, TI is the duration of those individual crops. And remember this thing, the capital A is net cultivated area which is available for 365 days. Okay, so we will calculate the same thing in this cultivated land utilization formula. Then here the for sugarcane or farmer A, the land utilization will be 1 into, because area under individual crop, that is 1 hectare, into the duration of the crop, that is 365 days, because sugarcane crop is of 1 year. So here the duration of this crop is 365 days, divided by the area available or the area available or net area available for cultivation, that is also 1 hectare into 365 days into 100, so that is the 100%. So here the cultivated land utilization index, that is CLUI, for farmer A is 100%. Then what is the CLUI for the farmer B? So here we'll calculate for farmer B, the CLUI will be the small a into the duration of the duration of individual crop. So for example here rice, so area under rice is 1 hectare and duration of rice is 5 months. So here 1 into 5 months, 5 months means 150 days. Okay, plus for green gram the area is 1 hectare and the duration is 3 months. So 1 into 3 months, that is 90 days. Plus for watermelon the area is 1 into duration is 2 months, that is 60 days, divided by the net cultivated area, that is 1 hectare, or because farmer B has total or net cultivated area is 1 hectare. So here the net cultivated area available for 365 days is 1 hectare into 365. So if you see the calculation, then it is around 330 days divided by 365, which gives into 100, which gives us around 90%. So here we can see the cultivated land utilization index for farmer A is 100%, whereas for farmer B it is 90%. But if you see the multiple cropping index or cropping intensity, then farmer B has 3 times more cropping intensity than the farmer A. So here there is something mismatch. There is some wrong image or wrong means this cropping intensity is not giving us the true picture of land utilization. That is the reason why crop land utilization index should also be used along with the multiple cropping index or cropping intensity for representing the land utilization efficiency. I also have a good research paper regarding this concept. I will give the link of that research paper in the description box. You may go through that paper. Then what does this CLUI signify? If the CLUI is 1 or 100%, then it indicates that the available land and solar energy are fully utilized. Okay, and if it is less than 1 or less than 100%, then land or solar energy is not fully utilized. So that is the interpretation of CLUI. Then coming to the next, that is the cropping intensity index. This cropping intensity index was given by Menege in 1978. What was the limitation of cropping or cultivated land utilization index, that is CLUI? The major limitation of CLUI is it always considers the area or the net cultivated area available for 365 days. If there is some area available during means temporary period for 1 month or 2 months, then CLUI concept does not consider it. But the cropping intensity index, which is given by Menege, it is nothing but it is the modified CLUI, okay, cropping intensity index. It says that small ai into ti, which is nothing but the area under individual crop multiplied by duration of that crop and summation of those, divided by the net area available for 365 days plus area which is available for temporary cultivation. So here additional factor is this factor, and this factor is nothing. This is the area available for temporary crops. So I will just give a small example to understand this. So earlier concept, CLUI concept, if a farmer has temporary 2 months, for 2 months farmer has extra 2 hectare land, but this 2 hectare land is available for 2 months only. It is not available throughout the year. Then the CLUI concept will not consider this 2 hectare land or 2 months period. It will just reject and it will consider the land area which is available for throughout the year only. But here the cropping intensity index, it will also consider the land which is available for a definite period of time, that is for temporary period. So that is the difference between cropping intensity index by Menege and CLUI by Chuang. Then coming to the next, that is the cropping intensity index, specific cropping intensity index. So here the specific cropping intensity index means it is related to a specific crop. So here I will give one example, means this example will carry forward. So for example, we have rice crop for 5 months duration in 1 hectare land, because the net cultivated area is the 1 hectare. Then in Rabi season, the farmer is growing green gram for a period of 3 months in same 1 hectare land. Then in summer season, the farmer is growing watermelon in a month of 2 months, which is the duration of the crop is 2 months in 1 hectare land. So you will see this example. Then the CLUI you have already calculated, it was 90%. Then cropping, in case of cropping intensity index, for example, 2 hectare land is available for a period of 2 months, then this thing will be considered under cropping intensity index. A specific cropping intensity index for rice will consider the area under rice, that is 1 hectare, duration of rice, that is 5 hectare, divided by the net cultivated area into 365 plus the area available for temporary cultivation and the time available for temporary cultivation. The same thing is that, but here instead of total summation of all the crops, here we are taking only one crop. So the formula of this form here, the formula will be AR into TR, means area under rice into duration of rice divided by net cultivated area into 365 plus temporary cultivated area into temporary time period. So this is the specific cropping intensity index. Then coming to next, that is the relative cropping intensity index. So relative cropping intensity index, nothing but it is the ratio between specific cropping intensity index and cropping intensity index. Okay, all these concepts were given by Menege in 1978. So here remember one extra thing, that is if relative cropping intensity index is more than 50%, then that farmer is doing a specialized farming. Means for example, relative cropping intensity index of rice, if it is more than 50%, then we can say the farmer is a rice farmer. He is doing specialization in rice. So this is the significance of relative cropping intensity index. Then coming to next, that is diversity index given by Strout in 1975. The diversity index indicates the multiplicity of farm enterprises in a single year. So the formula of diversity index is, it is the reciprocal of summation of square of different farm returns. Suppose a farm has different enterprises and farmer getting different returns in a year from different enterprises. So here we have to square that enterprises returns from those enterprises and will sum those return from enterprises, and the reciprocal of those will give us the diversity index. Then what is harvest diversity index? The harvest diversity index is the same as a diversity index, but here the formula is for the return from each harvest. So here the formula is the same, that is 1 by xi square, I is from 1 to n, but here the n represent return, I represents the returns from each harvest. So the formula is same as the diversity index, but here we are considering the whole farm and the returns are from farm enterprises, but here we are considering only crop, and here the returns are from different harvests. Then what is simultaneous cropping index? This SCI is nothing but it is the ratio between harvest diversity index and multiple cropping index into 10,000. So what is harvest diversity index? What is multiple cropping index? That we have already discussed. So all this diversity index, harvest diversity index, and simultaneous cropping index were given by Strout in 1975. I hope this is clear now. Then coming to next, that is rotational intensity. This rotational intensity indicates the intensity of different crop rotation activities. Then what is crop rotation? Crop rotation is growing of different crops one after another on a same piece of land. That is known as crop rotation. And there are several advantages of crop rotation that we'll discuss in next class when we'll discuss importance of different cropping sequences or cropping types. So here the formula of rotational intensity is number of crops in a rotation divided by duration of rotation. So here I will give a small example to understand rotational intensity. For example, a farmer is growing rice, wheat, followed by maize, wheat. Then what is the rotational intensity? So here farmer is growing number of crops, that is 4. So the number of crops is 4. Then what is the duration of rotation? So think what is the duration of rotation? Because farmer will grow rice in Kharif season, in Rabi season he will grow wheat. In next Kharif season he will grow maize, and in Rabi season, next Rabi season he will grow wheat. So at least this rotation will take at least 2 years. So here the duration of rotation will be 2 into 100. In this formula it is 100. So what will be the rotational intensity? Rotational intensity is 200%. So I think it is clear now. I'll give another small example. For example, a farmer is growing rice followed by potato plus wheat, followed by maize, followed by wheat. So here there are how many crops? There are also 4 crops, because here potato and wheat, this is the intercrop. So when intercrop is there, we have to assume that those crops as a single unit. So here if plus sign is there, then we'll consider this as a one crop. Okay, so this is one crop. So the number of crops is 4 divided by the duration of the rotation. That will also, it will be the 4, because in rice in Kharif season, in Rabi season potato plus wheat, in next Kharif season maize crop, and in next Kharif season, next Rabi season, that will be the wheat crop. So the year of rotation here will be also the 2, that is the 200% will be the rotation. Then coming to next, another example I will give, that is, actually we'll cover these things in detail in the third part, where we will discuss different numericals related to cropping intensity or cropping systems. So another example I would like to cite, that is, for example, we will go rice crop followed by sugarcane. Then what will be the rotational intensity? So the number of crops is 2 divided by the duration of, or the duration of rotation. So here rice will be in the Kharif season, okay, but sugarcane will be sown in the Rabi season. But the duration of sugarcane is 1 year. It will be harvested in the next Rabi season. So in this case, the duration of the rotation will be 2 years, because in first Kharif season we have grown rice, in the first Rabi season we have sown sugarcane, and in the next Rabi season we will harvest the sugarcane. The duration of sugarcane is 1 year. Okay, so that is the reason why here the duration of rotation will be 2 years. So divided by 2 by 2, that is into 100. So the duration of rotational intensity in this case, it will be 100%. So anywhere if you see sugarcane crop, then you have to consider the duration of sugarcane crop as 1 year. Then for other crop you have to crop for other field crops like rice, wheat, maize, then we have to just consider a season. But in case of sugarcane, we have to consider the whole 1 year as the duration of rotation. So this is all about today. I hope the concept is very clear. This is a small part I have given. This is the initial part. In next part we'll cover the indices of biological advantage. Along with that, we'll also cover different cropping pattern or cropping sequence or cropping systems. After that, we'll definitely do numericals on the cropping system, because this is very important. So thank you for listening today. Take care.